to the final presentation of our project, removal of blockage in pipes using calcium carbide and water. This project is happened because of the equal contribution of our four members in the group, Ashwati Balakrishnan, myself Adul Shaji, Ganesha Prasad, and Ivan Skaria. In this presentation, the contents include objective of the project, introduction, methodology of doing the project, individual self-study, literature review of each individual self-study, and finally the conclusion. Next slide. This is a device to remove blockage in pipes, and it is very easy to remove the blockage in pipes using the calcium carbide and water. It only has a low cost and it is completely non-hazardous. Next slide. Objectives in the project are remove blockage in any pipes, and it can be made at a very cheap cost, and it doesn't become a hazardous product. Next slide. Methodology. The methodology in doing this project is, first of all, we have to make an artificial block in pipe and pipe using plastic or paper something, and as a result, when the water comes in contact with the block, the water will not flow outside and it starts to rise. And at first, rising water reaches the chamber with sensor, and the sensor detects the presence of water, and the block can be detected easily. Sensor indicates the block by the LED in its top, and when the block is detected, we have to open the reaction chamber and add calcium carbide to it, and after that add some water, and as a result, calcium carbide and water reacts to form acetylene gas, and when the acetylene gas we can feel a glycerin sound from it, and when we introduce our hand to the small hole we made, we can detect some pressure occurring in it, and at that time we have to ignite a lighter to that small hole, and as a result, this fire reacts with the acetylene gas, and the high pressure acetylene gas pushes the block directly to the drainage. Next slide. Construction, making of the structure. We make the structure using ABS pipes because ABS pipes is much durable and effective than PVC pipes, and it is they ABS pipes are commonly used for drainage systems. We are also using two elbow fittings and making two chambers, one for performing the reaction and other for fixing the sensor. The chambers are made using T joints and the open ends are closed using end caps. Next slide. In this figure, we see the side view of the model, and we can see a tap in its top, and at next below that a wash basin, and we are introducing our two chambers to the vertical pipe connected to the wash basin, and at the top there is an openable end, and in the reaction chamber, in this chamber we are conducting the reactions, and just below that we can see a chamber for fixing the sensor, and we have constructed in this way that when the blockage occurs in the part of that elbow fittings or any other way, the water starts rising, and the water first reaches the chamber with the sensor, and the sensor detects the block. At that time we can easily open that openable end and perform the reaction. Next slide. As I said earlier, we have to make sure that the reaction chamber will always be above the chamber with the sensor, and it is for that the water first reaches the chamber with sensor and the block is detected, and we have to perform that reaction manually. In the construction, we connect the ABS pipes directly to the basin, and this pipe is extended directly to the drainage, and make sure that there is no other connection. The connection should only be directed to the drainage only. We are using two elbows to extend the connection to the drainage. And next slide. Here are some specialties and a figure of the ABS pipes, that is acrylonitrile butadiene styrene pipes. We all know that ABS pipes are much durable and have more strength than PVC. It is made from the material that acrylonitrile. We all know that acrylonitrile is very strong. These ABS pipes are generally used for insulating electrical wirings as well as removing the waste materials. These ABS pipes are much easily to install, and it had made our project very easy to do. Next slide. And here are some specialities of the sensor we used. The sensor we used is a pipe mountable liquid level detection sensor. This sensor is very easy to operate. We only have to tie the sensor outside the pipe, and when the water comes in no direct contact with the sensor detects the block. We have to make sure that the water do not come in direct contact with the sensor, and when the water level rises to meet the sensor, the red light in the sensor starts to glow and we can easily detect the block. Next slide. Principle of detection. When the pipe is empty, the beam is reflected from the inner surface of the pipe wall and returns to the beam receiving part. Since the difference in the refractive indexes of the pipe and air is large, when there is liquid in the pipe, the beam enters the liquid through the wall and does not return to the beam receiving part. Since the difference in refractive indexes of the pipe and the liquid is small, these refractive indexes show the principle of detection in this pipe mountable liquid level detection sensor. Next slide. Here is a figure showing the detection of the water level in the sensor, and we can see that when the water rises and come in contact with the sensor, a red LED light starts to glow, and this shows us a block has been occurred and the water starts to rise. Next slide. Here are some literature reviews of the specialities of ABS pipes, and the first study that the thermal degradation of acrylonitrile butadiene styrene pipes, and this study shows the durability, thermal stability, polymer degradation of ABS pipes. This is written by A.J. Hill, B. Tegenis, L.S. Burns, P. Davis, and the year of publication is 27 January 2002. This published by Elsevier Science, and other one is the effect of photo-oxidative degradation on fracture in ABS pipes. That is the effect of UV rays on ABS pipes when it becomes in direct contact with the UV rays. It is also written by P. Davis, B. Tegenis, and L.S. Burns. It is published in the year 2003 and published by Elsevier.
Let us see about the chemicals we used in this experiment. The first one is calcium carbide. Calcium carbide is also known as calcium acetylide. It is a chemical compound with the formula CaC2. It is mainly used industrially in the production of acetylene and calcium cyanamide. Applications of calcium carbide include manufacture of acetylene gas and for the generation of acetylene in carbide lamps. And the next one is water. Water is an inorganic, transparent, tasteless, odorless, and nearly a colorless chemical substance. The byproduct we get from this reaction is acetylene. Acetylene is the chemical compound with the formula C2H2. It is a hydrocarbon and the simplest alkaline. It is colorless gas also. And pure acetylene is odorless, but commercial grades usually have a marked odor due to the impurities. It is an unstable and in its pure form and thus is usually handled as a solution. And now let us see how acetylene is produced. The reaction of calcium carbide with water producing acetylene and calcium hydroxide was discovered by Frederick Wöhler in 1862. The stoichiometry of this reaction is CaC2 plus 2H2. H2O gives C2H2 plus CaOH twice. And this reaction was the basics of industrial manufacture of acetylene and is the major industrial use of calcium carbide. This is a stoichiometry for the reaction. From this, we have found out the amount to be used. Regarding the safety, calcium carbide is corrosive to eyes and skin and generates flammable acetylene gas when exposed to water or moisture. Perform this demonstration in a well-ventilated area only. Make sure there are no flames in the area and warn observers that this is a loud explosion, and do not overload the bottle with calcium carbide. The procedure for the combustion of acetylene is that pour 400 ml of distilled water through the valve and add 4 gram of calcium carbide to the water, and let the reaction sit for 15 to 20 seconds, and bring a lighter to the top of the water and ignite acetylene gas that is produced. It should burn for a few seconds with a small popping sound. And here are some of the literature review about the chemicals used here.
Next, it is a functionality of our system. Here we can see the side view of our system. Here we can see a tap, a wash basin, and just below the wash basin there is the reaction chamber. And below the reaction chamber there is a chamber for our sensor. And we can see it is a single line system directly to the drainage. Next, the working process. For this, first we want to detect the presence of a block, or if there is a blockage in the pipe system. For that we are using a ready-made, easily available in market gadget named pipe mountable liquid level detection sensor. Is available in market. Next. This is the working of that sensor. When the pipe is empty, a beam is reflected from the inner surface of the pipe wall and returns to the beam receiving part. And when there is water in the system, the beam enters the liquid through the wall and it will not return to the beam receiving part of the gadget. Since there is an obstruction in the reception of beam, we can assume that the water is filling in the pipe and there is a blockage in the pipe system. Next. After detecting the blockage, main process starts. The main process in our system is the chemical reaction between calcium carbide and water, and from that we will get acetylene gas. Acetylene gas produced moves in a lightning speed to the exit of pipe system, which is to the drainage. While the reaction is processing, the upper face of pipe system should be closed so that the gas move on directly to the drainage exit. There should be only one exit in this pipe system for this model of blockage removal, and that exit should be directly to the drainage. And when this reaction happens, the acetylene gas, the lightning speed, through lightning speed, this acetylene gas should exit through the drainage path. Next slide. The acetylene gas produced moves to the exit in high speed, and it remove the blockage in pipe system. This high speed or lightning speed of the acetylene gas will burst the blockage in pipe with the high speed. This mechanism to remove pipe blockage can only be used in ABS pipes, and the pipe connection should be single line system. There should not be any other joints in pipe system. Exit of pipe should be direct to drainage. Next. The reaction happens in the reaction chamber. The reaction chamber is just below the wash basin, and the reaction works in that chamber separate from the pipeline. The chamber for sensor to detect the blockage is just below the reaction chamber. Next. These are the literature views which I use for this process of blockage removal in the pipe system. Next.
These are the advantages and disadvantages of the reaction between calcium carbide and water in the removal of blockage in pipes. And the advantages are, as we are using the sensor, it is easy to detect the blockage and it is cheaply available. And ABS pipes has one step process as it can be bonded instantly with a block of special cement than PVC, and no skilled labor is required, and it is non-hazardous. The process requires low cost, and it is easy experimental process to set up, most affordable, plastic resistant to strong impacts and corrosive chemicals. Also, it is relatively harmless since the plastic material doesn't have any non-toxic carcinogens in it, and ABS copolymer will stand firmly for as long as possible. In addition, the surface of the material comes out very smoothly and shiny. Next. And the disadvantages are PVC cannot be used. Rather, we have included ABS pipes. ABS pipes is stronger than PVC, and even if block occurs, it might happen above the blend, and thus the sensor has been placed above the blend, but it cannot be detected. And high sounding can be seen as a defect. ABS can wrap without exposure to direct sunlight, and it has low electric insulating properties. Next slide. These are the literature review of the whole project and the construction of working model is we made a working model of how to remove the blockage in pipes, and we tried two modes, removal of blockage through vacuum and a removal of block through water. First we made the model through vacuum. We made a block using paper and plastic. Then we introduced a spark to the calcium carbide added. The block was removed with a high cracking sound. And through water, we made a block and then filled water through the pipe up to the block. The block is removed, but less sound is produced. And calcium carbide should be kept in closed container. If not, it will become useless.
And the conclusion is that this project is a demonstration that a pipe blockage can also be removed this way. We have done the working model also. We have also found a way to implement this idea with the help of a sensor. We have found out that it is less hazardous if done right. It is less time consuming and the block is removed within minutes with less sound. It also created no damage to pipes. Thus, we conclude our project by finding an easy way to remove pipe blockages. Thank you.
Thank you.